Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jalissa. Thank you so much for watching today's video. So for today, as you guys can see by the title down below, I am going to be talking to you guys about my personal experience working at Victoria's Secret. I'm also going to tell you guys a few things that you probably do not know that are a little interesting. And I'm also going to talk about the time that they almost robbed me, you guys. About the time that they called at the store and they asked for me, and yeah, I'll just tell you guys in a bit. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on that bell next to my name so you can get notified every time I upload a video. So get a snack, get comfy, and let's go ahead and get started. So obviously I did work at Victoria's Secret a few years ago. I was 18 at the time, and you guys, this was actually my very first job. So I started working there with no experience whatsoever. It was my very first job as soon as I graduated high school, and I worked there for about a year or a year and a half. Let me tell you guys, it was hard in the beginning. Let's go ahead and start with the interview. So when I went in for my interview, I basically just got asked the basic questions like, why do you want to work here? Do you know anything about the company? And they also asked for my availability. Pretty simple, not that hard questions. After I was done with the interview, I did get hired on the spot. So I was really happy about that. After I got introduced to all the team, they asked me if I wanted to become a pink girl the first day. And I was like, oh my god, are you serious? Like, is that even a question? Of course I want to be a pink girl. So yeah, I was a pink girl since day one, which I was really happy about. Okay, so for the starting pay for me personally, it was $9 or $10. I honestly cannot remember exactly, but I know for sure it was $9 or $10 plus commission. So the second time that I went back to Victoria's Secret, because I did quit the first time, and then I went back for holiday season. So whenever I went back, they bumped me up to $11 an hour plus commission. So for the commissions, for every sale that you make, or for the total sales that you make, they do give you like a certain percentage. So that is where the commissions obviously come from. So for my first day of training, I think it was the same day that I got hired on the spot. So after that, I got introduced to everybody, and then I stayed on the panty bar for hours and hours. That is basically what I did my first day working at Victoria's Secret. I was just folding panties, and more panties. I finally got trained on the pink side, and funny thing, I never got trained on the cash wrap, which is pretty weird because I think everybody is supposed to get trained on the cash wrap, but I didn't, so I don't know. So working I Say Pink Girl, I absolutely loved it, you guys. It was such an amazing experience for me. It was a really fun job to work at. But I will say though, I'm not gonna lie, it was very hard in the beginning for me, just because, like I told you guys, this was my very first job. And I had no experience. I was a really shy person. I was so shy. I was very reserved. And so when I started working there, obviously I had to make some sales. And I was just basically doing the basic, like folding panties, fixing the store up, and I wasn't selling anything. So it was really hard for me. I was always the one with the least sales in the beginning, just because I was just shy, you know? And I almost lost my job because I wasn't selling anything. I remember one day I was working on one of my shifts, and so I remember that day the manager was there, and she clearly told me, you better sell today if you still want your job. You guys, oh my god, when she told me that, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose my job. They're gonna fire me. And so after that, I'm not gonna lie, I got really sad and like really discouraged for a moment, but then I was like, you know what, I have to work harder, I have to, and so I feel like after that day, everything kind of like changed for me. Like the pressure was on, and I feel like I work best when the pressure is on. So I started, you know, getting better and getting better, and I was like, you know what, Jalissa, you have to like step it up. And I did. Little by little, I was like selling more. I was getting more comfortable with people. I would actually talk to them and offer them products and stuff like that. So working as a pink girl also means that you get the gratises, and that means free stuff, free products. So since I worked at the pink side, I would get, well, everybody basically, all the pink girls, they get 4 free outfits in 1 entire year. So 1 outfit every 3 months, and that outfit includes a pair of leggings, a top, a pair of panties, and a bra. It's actually like really cool that they do that, that they provide like, that they give you free outfits if you can't afford an outfit. They also give you 10 items 50% off, and then after that you receive, I think it's like 30 or 40% off every single item. I also always had to be wearing pink clothes. That was a dress code. So I'm not gonna lie, every time that I would work on my every shift, I would like basically buy something, you guys, because I mean everything was like so cute, and it was just like right there, and it was so tempting. So on every shift, after my shift ended, I would like buy something, and it was just really bad. It got to the point where every time I would get paid, I would basically leave my entire check there because I loved shopping. Well, I still do. Okay, now let's move on with the schedule. So I only worked closing shifts because I don't know if I told you guys, but I was going to college at the time. We could not leave the store until every single penny bar was done, 100%. I don't know if you guys know this, but everything is like so organized there. So all the media panties had to be on top, and then the rest down in the drawers. So the thing that I didn't like, and the thing that sucked for me, if the regional manager would go to the store the next day, we cannot leave the store until every single panty bar was done, plus every single panty in the drawers were folded. And it was crazy, you guys, because half of the time those panties were not even folded in the drawers. So we had to sit there and we just had to fold panties, fold panties, fold panties. When I graduated college, I eventually quit. I think it was around May, and I eventually quit Victoria's Secret because I was like, okay, I'm done with college, I gotta move on. So I quit, but then I eventually came back to work at Victoria's Secret a few months later. I think it was during holiday season. So I did work 2 Black Fridays, and let me tell you guys, it was crazy. The first time that I worked during Black Friday, I was like, oh my god, what is this? Where are all these people coming from? So now let's move on to the customers. So for the customers, for the most part, they were pretty nice, but I did have some really like rude customers sometimes. And sometimes we would get some customers where they just didn't care if you would tell them mediums are on top and the rest down in the drawers. Like, you know, like really, they just wouldn't care at all. And so sometimes like they would literally see us working on the penny bar, and they would still like go and like try to look for some small panties after we had clearly told them that mediums are on top and the rest down in the drawers. So if you are one of those people, do not do that, please, because it takes hours and hours just to fix a whole panty bar. Another thing that you probably do not know that is pretty interesting is that they would check me every single time that I would leave the store. So even if I would go on my lunch break and I was going to like, I was just gonna go eat to like the food court or whatever, they would check me, check my pockets, check my purses, and then they would let me go. And then at the end of my shift, when we would all like gather around, all the girls from that shift, and the manager that was working there or working on that during that shift, they would check us again. So they would check our pockets, our purses, and if we would be clear, then they obviously would let us go. So I personally had a really good experience working at Victoria's Secret. Everyone was really nice. I made really good friends there. I remember during closing shifts, we would just like, whenever we would work on the panty bar, we would all like talk about everything. When I say everything, I mean it, like literally everything. I only had one bad experience, and oh my gosh, you guys, this was like pretty scary. So I remember I was working during my shift, and we were about to close the store, and then all of a sudden the store phone rings. So I think one of the girls picked up, and they told me that it was a guy. And this guy, I don't know why, but he actually asked for me, and he asked if Jalissa was working that day, that at that exact moment. The girl said that she thought that it was maybe one of my family members, like maybe my phone was off or something, and they all knew that I still lived at home. Well, I still do, but that I lived at home. So you know, that maybe it was like my parents, or not my parents, my dad or my brothers. So she was like, yeah, she's here, she's working here. So then I think she told me that they hung up, and then they called again and they asked for me again, something like that. Anyways, we just thought that was really weird and really creepy. She came to the pink store, to the pink side, and she was like, Jalissa, they just called and they asked for you. You should check if they're looking for you. So I checked my phone, and like I had no missed calls from my dad or from my brothers. So I thought it was really weird. After that, we finished closing the store and we were about to head out. We were walking outside to our cars, and then as soon as we walked out of the door, I noticed that there's like a red car parked right behind my car. When I saw that, I was like, who is that, and why are they right behind my car? Like, it was already like 12 at night, and so there was basically no one at the mall anymore. The only cars that were there were the girls that were obviously there with me. So I kind of freaked out a little bit, and I was like, dude, like, I don't know what that is. Why are they were literally like, my car was right here parked, and they were like right there behind me, blocking my way. So even if I got inside my car and I tried to like leave quickly, I wasn't gonna be able to get out because they were blocking my car. That was so creepy. I got really scared, and I was like, girls, please don't leave me, like, I don't know who that is. And one of the girls that was there with me, she decided to like walk towards my car, and she was going to see who it was. Whenever I'm guessing the car, whenever they saw that the girl was walking towards them, they decided to just like drive off super fast. Se dieron la vuelta, they like spun around, and they just like drove off like really fast. And I was like, I was about to get robbed, like I was about to get kidnapped. I was like really freaked out because that had never happened to me, and I was like, oh my god, this is so scary. I never found out who it was, honestly. I have no idea who it was, but yeah, after that it never happened to me again, so that's good. But yeah, this was my whole experience. Overall, I think it was a positive experience for me. Anyways, this is all I have for you guys today. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed my little story time, and of course subscribe to my channel and turn on that little bell so you won't miss any of my videos. Again, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.